Hold up, give me 2 seconds.
Dispatch, this is Unit 1. We are en route to the call. 3,000 metres out. We won't be long. Over.
Apologies, had to let dispatch know that we are on our way, and welcome back to Firefighting Simulator the Squad. We are currently heading out to Lakeview Park again, as someone this time tried having a barbecue in their living room, and as you can see it didn't exactly end well. If there is any advice I could ever give you about being a firefighter, it would be to make sure that you grab your supply hose, completely ignore the fire hydrant just across the road, make sure you take the hose to the furthest away hydrant as it will allow more air to build up in the hose, and the extra length will give you a much better water pressure, which will prevent failure of the water system in the truck. Jeb3 and Jebald are the worst people I have ever worked with. Worse than the guy from the last video that we got sacked because he set up an attack line after we had fully extinguished the fire. That's one of the victims secure, and I don't know why this guy couldn't just walk. He was more than happy on my back talking about how great the food was at the barbecue, and honestly I think the fire did something to his head because he wasn't even aware of being on my back and had no idea that the fire had singed all of his hair and he was now bald. I'm getting sick and tired of the victims being so useless. The guy I saved didn't even bother to tell me that there was someone else in the property. And again, Jeb3 and Jebald did their 360 checks, and I don't think everyone would have missed the other victim. So I think instead of covering themselves with a fire blanket, I think they accidentally grabbed their invisibility cloak. So that is a mission failed, we'll get them next time. Now we're back, it's time to set up the truck again, and Pete just grabbed the supply line and ran across the road with it to the closest fire hydrant, and then proceeded to explain to me that the video I watched on Twitter was a troll, just like the Xbox Series X ping pong ball video, and that attaching the hose to the furthest away hydrant is the most stupid thing you could ever do in this situation. I do, however, have another tip, and this one is hopefully more reliable because I saw this one on Facebook. When fighting fire, always make sure to hose the windows and smash them, as it will allow the fire to breathe and escape, leaving the area and going somewhere that we can't be called out to. Have fun with your calls, neighbour region. I can't actually believe how bad this is going, and the missus is going to be mad at me. We arrived on scene at 2 PM, being told by dispatch that it would be a 45-minute job at the most. And as you can see on this clock, it currently says it's 3:30, and I'm nowhere near finished, but I'm supposed to be going on a date at 4. Not only that, but Pete popped next door to go to the toilet and said he would be 15 minutes max. He's now been an hour, so I really don't know what he's doing. He must be subbing to the channel with notifications on. On a serious note though about this game, make sure you turn off the electric before you do anything when it's possible, or the fire will just keep spreading. Which is common sense, and that's something I don't seem to have, because we ignored it, and a little while later we decided to turn it off, which made the whole thing much easier. Continuing seriously for a moment, can someone explain how this entire house is burnt to a crisp, but there are certain assets like this red sofa that are completely untouched? If you have an answer, let me know in the comments. With everyone saved, fire extinguished, I can now go on my date, or I was supposed to. The missus was absolutely fucking fuming that I took so long, and said I should probably just quit my job because a teenager with no experience would be more efficient. Yeah, I dumped the bitch. I really don't know who she thought she was. On a 360 check, and if I hear them call that out one more time, my head might literally just explode. We get it, something is blocking our entrance through the front door. Shelving is collapsing, which is a no shit Sherlock moment, considering a warehouse is on fire, and 360 check that the loading area is clear of danger, which again is a no shit Sherlock moment, or we wouldn't have been called out for a warehouse fire, but instead for a warehouse loading area fire. Can someone help me? On another 360 check, the fire appears to be spreading rapidly. I'm sorry, but you can't talk to fires, so they're not going to listen and just slow down their speed of spreading for you. And at this place with all the victims safe, it is now time to quench the fire, and the warehouses in this game are pretty big, so it took us a little while to do this one. I do, however, really wish the developers would have put more depth into some of the missions, because you either get 250, 500, 750 or 1000 XP for a mission, and if you think that means the 1000 XP missions are always the longest and toughest, you are wrong. One of the fastest missions in the game, which was covered in the last video, took us 41 seconds to extinguish, and awarded 500 XP. It would have been nice to have the odd mission that lasts around 30 to 45 minutes with a lot of different things to do, although the entire game did last us 13 hours, which wasn't too bad. Some of it just felt pretty basic. We are back in our Extinguibus now, the walk-in rescue truck that looks like a bus and only has capabilities of using fire extinguishers, and this is just another little small complaint about the game. We had to drive 5,250 meters to head downtown, turn off some electric and put out a fire, which was completed in less than 2 minutes. I don't know if I've been reading this wrong the whole time, but I'm pretty sure I purchased a firefighting simulator and not a driving sim. If you enjoy these videos, you will at some point soon see a video showing that this isn't even close to being the worst of it. It's always cool seeing variation in a game, and it was nice to visit a park, grab a picnic and tackle the tree fire. But there was something wrong with this tree, as no matter what we did, it just seemed to reignite every 2 fucking seconds. And as you will see on screen, we were 7 minutes into this mission, simply trying to put out a tree, just one tree, and the average mission timer had just expired. We did in the end get it done, but this was one of the most tedious missions in the game because it really didn't need to take that long. I say one of because there are a couple more. And on the note of self-combustion, we are going to leave the video there. Let me know what you think of the invisibility cloak and the magic tree in this video. Let me know down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.